Hello everybody, now that class mounts have been added and all of the quests to get them have been finished for a PTR, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the warrior one to see exactly what you need to do in order to complete this quest. The first thing is, you will accept the quest down by the broken shore. It will send you back to your class hall and to talk to Odin. Now Odin will give you a quest to go into a scenario and defeat 4 different people. Each one of these has different abilities, so let's take a look at what they do and how to beat them. So the first opponent is Damrul, and basically what he does is he just stomps around every now and then and leaves this electric puddle on the ground. You don't want to stand in it, you don't want to get hit too hard by him, so just keep kiting him, keep going around in circles, don't stand in any of the stuff that he drops. If he doesn't jump around, he can also just thunderclap on the ground and leave that electricity on the ground. So you basically just want to kite him out of that constantly and avoid it. The only other thing that Damrul does is the idle, and this is a cast time that is completely interruptible. He doesn't cast it again if your pummel is on cooldown, so stay relatively close to him to be able to interrupt him, to be able to pummel him out of that cast. And if your interrupt is down, of course you can toss out a stun on him. But that's really all he does. The longer the fight goes, the more damage he does because he keeps enraging himself, so try to take him down as quickly as possible. Up next, we have what I think is the easiest fight, which is Omen Aqua. And basically what this guy does is he has a shield, takes less damage when he has a shield. Every now and then he'll have a cast bar and he'll throw the shield in front of him, dealing damage. You want to sidestep that and avoid it. And while Omen Aqua is walking over to his shield, he will be taking increased damage. So you see here, shield throw. Since he's taking increased damage during this shield throw, this is when you want to stun him, snare him, keep him away from his shield as long as possible, and then just wail on him during that time. When he has a shield, just make sure you try to stay on him as much as you can, and just sidestep the shield throw. It's rinse and repeat until he goes down. Up next, we have Ashe on Moonblade, and what Ashe does is every now and then she'll run to the middle of the platform, start doing a huge blade storm that has smaller whirlwinds attached to it as well. You don't want to stand in the middle and you don't want to intersect with any of these. So with her, what you want to do is tank her in the perimeter of this decorative circle here. And when she runs in, keep running out because she'll be pulling you in. And once she's done casting, all of her little whirlwinds are going to work their way out of the ring. At that point, what you want to do is actually go tank her again near the perimeter of the decorative circle. So you see here, you want to tank her near the edge, run through the whirlwinds to stay inside because they're going to work their way out, and then just maintain tanking her there. You're going to try to stay in this dead zone at all times so that you're not caught by the blade storm in the middle or by the whirlwinds on the outside. The final boss is Aspirant Theory. What she does is she casts Ravager over and over again. So she's going to be casting Ravager 3 at a time. So all you need to do is kite her away from these Ravager spells and tank or DPS her away from these. So right before she casts Ravager, you do see the weapons go flying in the air and then 3 Ravagers fall on the ground. So basically just walk her out of it and keep fighting her outside of these Ravagers. The only other mechanic is the mechanic that we do see in Halls of Valor, where she does get a circle around her and you need to run out before that cast time finishes. Think Odin in Halls of Valor. So as long as you're on top of things, keep moving her out of the Ravager and then run out when you're supposed to. It's a very simple fight. Now in the PTR, this questline is not locked behind Reputation, but when it goes live, I do expect it will be locked behind Reputation. And some of these fights might actually even get tuned up a little bit, just because right now, there's hardly any damage being given out. But that wraps up all 4 fights. They're relatively easy. Don't stand in anything that gets thrown on the ground. Try to avoid all of these spells that are being telegraphed, and then just DPS the person you're challenging till the end. At the end of it, you will be rewarded with this mount right here. I actually really like how this mount looks. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, good luck out there.